Hockey East. And Jay Pandolfo said that kind of performance on that stage, huge confidence builder for Matthew Caron. And he gave a lot of credit to goaltender coach Brian DeCord for helping him settle into a rhythm in Hockey East. Into the corner they go. Wattville had it taken away by Jeremy Wilmer with 22 assists this year. He's top 7 in Hockey East. Now it's Capone the other way again. I'll check that. It's Ivan Zivlak. Try to feather it through. It goes off the stick of Stevenson. And great to see Chase Stevenson back out there. Just like Jeffries, he was questionable coming into this weekend. He's, I guess for him, a bit of a tough weekend for Celebrini. He had the one goal. Cutter Gauthier marked him up pretty well, but he has been unleashed, and 2 really big goals on Monday in that Beanpot at the Garden.
Yeah, you got to remember, Celebrini's only 17 years old. He's still getting better every time he puts 2 skates along the ice. This is prime development time for Macklin. A lot of these situations, like playing at the Garden, playing midweek Monday games, these are new things for him, so he continues to rise to the test. And look, I think he's the best player in college hockey. I think he's the front runner for the Hobey Baker. And I think he continues to do big things for the Terriers.
You're not the only one who's thinking Hobey Baker for me. Yeah, that's the thing. You mentioned he's 17, and maybe sometimes a Zivlak rips one on, tipped wide by Hillier, bouncing puck outside the blue paint, settled down by Green. It's not like they're slowly bringing along this teenager. They are heavily relying on him as their top-line center to make things happen.
Listen, he's out on the ice, down a goal, up a goal, last minute of a game, power play, start a game. Every situation, he has risen to the challenge. And again, continues to cement why he will be the #1 overall pick in this year's NHL.
To McAvoy, double OT winner. Quick 2-on-1 developing here. Harvey across, couldn't get it there. Borgil trying to play the carom as Dennison went down to keep it away. Chip that one around for Jack Hughes. And a real nice addition to this top line as well. It's not just Harvey, who's now playing with Celebrini and finding a lot of success. This is Macklin again. Dropped it back to Tom Willander. 11th overall pick last summer for the Canucks. Hughes goes for a skate, feeds the slot. Weber now backpedaling at the circle. Celebrini saucered one to Willander. Merrimack hemmed in here, 5-on-5. Weber from distance, that blocked. Celebrini got the loose puck, but it's blocked by Forsmark. The big fella, Weber, goes for a skate. One of the tallest skaters in college hockey. That one poked free. Hughes spun off the puck by Capone, but he got it right back. Looking middle, couldn't find Celebrini, and Merrimack can finally clear the zone.
Yeah, so far the early returns of Jack Harvey, Macklin, Celebrini, and Hughes have been good. Harvey, who has not played a ton of games this year, but you can see the offensive instinct, and you can see how comfortable he is playing with Macklin, Celebrini, as they did play a lot last season as line mates for the in the country who's not in the NHL. So that's elite company for Macklin.
Gauthier actually recently celebrated his 20th birthday by getting his first collegiate hat trick. So he's got about 2.5 years, I guess you could say, on Celebrini. Nice touch pass to get Forsmark some room, but couldn't cleanly handle it. Got it to Capone anyway, though. Looking for O'Brien, but he found Kaplan instead. And he'll push it ahead to Stevens. He's in with LaChance, posting up at the half wall. Shot was blocked by Jurasevic. And out to Willander. Slide it across for Cade Weber. Return pass, and they give it to him again at the circle. Weber moving in, looking for a centering pass, but it goes right to Borgil. He committed to BU. I think Alex Vlasic, Dominic Fensori, David Ferentz were some of those familiar names.
Those are some big names.
It made the choice easier for him, and he saw the same with BC. They got that Team USA line with Perreault, Smith, and Leonard. And Ryan Leonard, his brother went to UMass, but play with their friends from juniors. Perfectly reasonable. As Zabine spins away from the pressure of Jurasevic.
And he's from Amherst, Leonard.
Right.
So that's, you would have thought that was a foregone conclusion he was going to go there, but.
Oh, big chance in front here, blocked by Dennison to turn Zabine away. So you just never know, a lot of different factors in play. As Gallant from his knees couldn't get it to the stick of Sacco. Peterson back to his own blue line with Weber, whacked it over to Willander. He's got nowhere to go, though. Good pressure on the puck by Sacco as he comes off the ice. Forces the turnover for Weiland, but he's coming off too.
This is a smart play there by Weiland, just to chip that puck in deep, not try to take BU on 1-on-4. Sometimes the best play is just put the puck in behind the.
Pony hops off the bench to help. Terriers changing up as well as Celebrini kills some time. Quinn Hudson couldn't drag it through Forsmark, and it'll squirt it ahead toward Capone. Weber brings it back the other way, though. That one chopped off the wall by Wattville. Green avoids a hit. Hudson has the puck. Ophir will land the circle and a save from Borgil. And he gets the
team into stringing together some wins.
As a defenseman, do you prefer one guy back there? Do you like the variety? I know Kieran Milan was the every night goaltender when you guys won the national championship.
Yeah, I've never really been on a successful team that didn't have a starting goaltender. I think it's important to have one guy.
Well, here's Tuck with a 2-on-1. Good stick there from Dennison. That would have been a tap-in goal on the other end. Now Capone got one through the legs of Weber. Jurasevic hit one off of Willander's lower half. Loose stick out there. Quinn Hudson able to avoid it. And Hillier to set up Luke Tuck the other way.
Higher time, he lays one perfectly in, and that's another one-timer goal from Macklin Celebrini. We saw a similar one-timer goal in the Bean Pot, a big-time play there by 20 and 71 in white.
Celebrini top 4 in the country, over 1.6 points per game. He and Gabe Perreault pretty much neck and neck for the Hockey East lead in that department. Here they come, mini 3-on-1. Hughes across to Harvey, but he got handcuffed on the pass. And this top line, I can't imagine Jay Pandolfo wants to break it up anytime soon. Here's a Michigan try from Jack Hughes, why not? And the net came free.
Just a couple of minutes ago, good teams. They smell a little bit of blood in the water, and right now BU has gone up to another level.
And Merrimack has to dig deep here. Great effort in the first period as Dennison passed up the shot. Wyland skating back toward him, and he gives it to Dennison. Shot pinballed aside of Carano, who's moving in the wrong direction. Jurasevic high off the glass. The Terriers did not score to the final 2 minutes of period 1, but they've got 2 more on the board in the first 7 minutes of the middle frame here. 6'7" Cade Weber setting up Zabine, one of the fastest skaters in college hockey. Return pass from Peterson goes all the way through to Borgil. Satara will move in right wing. Hillier try to play it off the wall, but it's down deep, and Willander can swat it around for Peterson. Touch pass to Luke Tuck. Left on the power play. 9:30 left in the second period. It's a 3-0 lead for Boston University. 2 assists for Lane Hudson. 1 goal for Macklin Celebrini, who's tied for the nation lead now with 22. Matching Cutter Gautier's goal for Boston College tonight against UNH. Final seconds of the power play for UNH. Dennison kept it in. Forsmark getting a good look at it. Give it up to Hillier, and he scores!
School that dominated college hockey for a very long time.
It's similar in a way to the other school he helped revive. Greg Carville, of course, leading the way at UMass, but Ben Bar.
So good to see that program with some life again. It'll be good to see them back in the NCAA tournament for the first time, and I cannot remember how long.
I think they've been discussing helicoptering you into Orono next year for a Hockey East game of the week.
Yeah,
we'll
too cold up there for me, buddy. Unless they want to send us down to Florida, we'll do the game from an off-site location.
I'm not complaining. Here's Willander working his way to the middle, and he ripped one wide. Wilmer, nice touch pass. Peterson off the side of the net would have been number 2 tonight.
Yeah, that's why Wilmer's got 20-plus assists on the air. That was a real heady little play from behind the net.
Here's Peterson again, and this one canceled out by Zivlak.
He plays in all 3 zones very well, and he's one of the leaders and one of the lifebloods of this team, even though he plays on the 4th line.
Good locker room guy, too. That's zone 4. There's Satara working it ahead. 52 seconds left on the Merrimack power play.
I didn't do well in MA 120 here at BU, as you could probably tell. I had to drop that class a couple of times.
I was a comm major. Math was not at all part of the equation.
I should have got into that school then.
Satara down low. Colby Cohen, he could have gone to Harvard, is what the legend says, but he chose Hockey East over the ECAC. As Forsmark will bring it back in front of his own goaltender.
My dad was ready to send me to go play for Ted Donato at Harvard, but
a great coach, of course. Oh, good keep in there, but they can't take advantage. Hunter lost the edge, and the fans hear it again. Just let him hit. Kevin Edelson, he's working overtime on the social media account. One tweet, first career goal for Jack Harvey. 30 seconds later, second career goal for Jack Harvey. I think we're going to see a whole lot more from this guy, too.
Yeah, that's big-time confidence for a guy who hasn't played a ton of college hockey.
When Hudson turned away by Borgil. And now Forsmark the other way. Dropped it back for Capone. Lost the edge. Here comes Wilmer and Quinn Hudson. They've got Ryan Green behind him, 3-on-1. Wilmer finds Green, across, and they score! He never got there to Quinn Hudson.
That's 8 years away for Macklin Celebrini. 8 years away before this kid should, quote unquote, be in his prime. So the talent level is scary.
Dennison had that one tipped.
This weekend, little Friday, Saturday on New England Sports Network.
The Hockey East games of the weekend.
Games of the week.
Featuring Colby Cohen himself.
Yeah. I haven't been back in the Mullins Center since the last time we played there, so you do the math on that. We already talked about my lack of skills in the math department.
Well, look at Borgil getting aggressive at night yet again for Macklin Celebrini. As that one thrown off the stick of Arvidsson. Celebrini 8 out of 10 on faceoffs tonight, in addition to a goal and an assist. And Matthew Caron.
It's one of the reasons why I think his transition to the NHL is going to be really seamless, just because of his ability to play in the defensive zone and his awareness without the puck.
Good pass from Jack Hughes to Wilmer, but it's sticked up and out of play.
His team to come and play college hockey, and I would say the CHL is probably in a little bit of trouble right now with the NIL money and players potentially, being able to be paid and make money while they're on college campuses. I think the NCAA route is becoming really attractive to top-level Canadian players.
It's a development path that lets guys get in front of current NHLers. Just here at Agganis Arena, they got 4 Bruins jerseys hanging up from a couple of Bs who they make their way down here to Agganis Arena to work out with guys. Charlie McAvoy, Matt Grzelcyk in particular. And Kevin Shattenkirk was here as well. As Dennison keeps that one in, chipped it down low. Willaland's shot was knocked down by Gallagher. Dennison reaching for it, got through LaChance. But then he's met by Stevenson. All these big bodies they can throw at you on the defensive end. Bring it back around for Wattville. Over 5 minutes gone by in period 3. LaChance picked it off in the slot, and he can hoist that one out of here. It's a busy time in the Terrier schedule. I'm sure they're happy to have just the one game this weekend, looking ahead to Monday. This is game 1 of 2 this weekend for Merrimack as Kaplan tries to hold the line but cannot as Forsmark lifted it out. They got the other power play unit out there now. Willander will quarterback it, drops it back to Wilmer. You've got Tuck, Hughes, and Kaplan out there as well. That hit a stick and works its way back to the Terrier line. And the Terriers entered tonight in first place in Hockey East. Just 1 point ahead of BC, though, and the Eagles have a game in hand. So they had to take care of business here tonight, and so far they have. Highlighted by 3 goals in the final 90 seconds of the second period. And they had a goal in the final 90 seconds of the first period. Here's Wilmer. Down deep for Tuck. Touch pass to Kaplan. The shot was blocked.
It's a good play there by Luke Tuck. What makes that so a family? Really ran the Colorado Avalanche for a long time. Big members of the hockey community out there in Denver.
Making his collegiate debut, Lacroix. Hudson fires one off the pad. A rebound is stopped by Borgil. 2 big saves there.
Yeah, he came in at the semester, was playing in the NAHL for Colorado.
For Willander on the back door, nobody home.
And Jay Pandolfo and his staff, they wanted to get him in here a little bit early, so he came in at the semester and he's getting his first action.
Push pass from Hudson, slung on by his brother Quinn, trying to bat it home out of midair. Talented line after talented line, especially the top 6. I think it's comforting to see a lot of different contributions coming in a game like this with the new superstar Jack Harvey. And Macklin Celebrini had that one turned aside. Harvey's got 2 goals already. Celebrini with a goal and an assist at this point, but he has to reset at center ice here.
Yeah, I saw Jack Parker in between the second and the third period, and Jack Harvey is the first guy he brought up to me. So you get a vote of confidence from the guy whose name is on the building. Never a bad thing if you're Jack Harvey.
And part of his opportunity came from the injury to Devin Kaplan, but you can only imagine how difficult it is to earn playing time when you're not in the everyday lineup, especially on a team like this. It really is an accomplishment for Harvey to get this opportunity. Hughes will get it to Macklin Celebrini, hoping to find Harvey, but it's poked behind the net. Weiland with about 6 minutes left. Meanders his way in, comes off the ice as Jurasevic banged it down deep. Long feed to Quinn Hudson, and all of a sudden he's in on board. Gielan scores!
I thought he had 2 or 3 assists.
It really has been a well-rounded effort for
Well,
this Terrier team.
Didn't
so
Celebrini set up both Harvey goals?
he factored into both of them. All I can tell you is what the box score reads. They'll probably add on to that later as they go back and.
Yeah, I would think he factored in on both those Harvey goals. I thought he was the last guy to touch the puck.
Looking for Quinn Hudson this time.
A little bit for minutes. So good to see Lacroix getting this opportunity in this game, get his feet under him a little bit, not just getting thrown into the fire. And so far, he's seen a couple of shots and he's made a couple of good saves.
Yeah, odd man rushes coming at him, a breakaway at one point. Impressive showing. Good stick work from Zabinet. That's off the skates of Hilliard.
Well, and it's funny because his dad was not a goaltender. So, you know, his dad played about 470-something games in the NHL. I can't imagine what that's like to be a goaltender parent when you were not a goaltender yourself.
Under pressure here, and look at the glove from Lacroix!